This is an alternate way to teach a down. Put a leash on your dog, get him something soft to lay on, step on the leash or hold it firmly, and wait. This technique is great for people who are busy, who don't have a lot of time. You can do this while you're doing something else. People who don't like their hands being licked a lot, people who don't want to follow a lot of steps, whatever. And I put a mat there to kind of do double duty, that later they know to lay on their mat, and so I get like a mobile stay. So it's short enough that he can't leave. He's frustrated. He actually has not been on a leash before, so that's normal behavior to bite it. Like, I don't want to be on this leash. Hi, Pumpkin. Good boy. What are you doing down there? And then you wait. This essentially is a form of what's called capturing. There's 3 ways to train a dog: shaping, luring, or capturing. Yeah. So we just wait until the dog does it. So we kind of set him up to do it where you can't go, you have a comfy spot, I'm with you, there's nothing else happening, so he gets bored, he'll lay down. So I set him up to succeed, but essentially I don't do anything until he does it. Hi, sweetness. One of the things I find a lot that it's kind of like a misunderstanding or maybe even a human weakness is we always want to help. Well, can I tell him? Can I do it? Can I push him down? Can I do this? What it works if I did this? How come we don't do this? Well, because we don't have to. Because the puppy's smart and he eventually will do things on his own. And by simply waiting, we allow him to think and process and choose. And it's just nice. It's easy. Yes, we need patience. If you let your dog teach you patience, he will. I know. Good boy. This is the first time I've ever done this with him. And some dogs lay down almost immediately and some take a really long time, depending on what's going on with them. And you can see if I wanted to train sit, I could have rewarded that multiple times by now, but that's not what we're teaching. I like to do mat training for people that work from home at a computer because basically they can just do this and the dog's here. It's good for family dinner time. It's good for meeting guests. It's good for the vet clinic waiting room. It's good for outdoor dining. Yeah, it's just a nice behavior to have your own little mat of relaxation. So I'm not trying to frustrate him, but I am giving him limits. Yes. On the mat. As many as I can get in him for this very first down, the faster this lesson goes. So it's kind of like, you know, Maggie was really boring until I laid down and then I got like a food train coming to me. I pay the dog on the mat to build value in the mat, not to the face. Good job. As soon as he gets up, the food train stops. I find that people have a lot of hang-ups about food training, and all of them are based on misinformation, misunderstandings, or bad previous training, in my opinion. Food training is awesome, and food is a tool that you use, and you know, like if you're building a house, you use a ton of screws and nails, and then when the house is built, you never think about them again. So when you're building behaviors, you use a lot of food, then less food, then less food, then less food, then no food. If you're food dependent, you didn't do it right. If your dog's fat, you didn't do it right. And it helps to get professional advice so you can fly through the stages easily without any problem. Good puppy. You are a good puppy. Mm-hmm. You heard something outside. Still here, puppy. Good boy. Yeah. I engage him periodically to encourage him, let him know I see him. I'm here for you. Stay with me. Good boy. There's no cue for this, folks, of the formal way, okay? There are a couple environmental cues. The cue is there's a mat under you and Maggie's sitting down. Those are the cues for this behavior. It's beautiful. If you imagine every time you sat down at your office desk that the dog would lay on the mat beside you without you saying anything, yeah, you can have that. You can have that in just a few days. Mm-hmm. Good baby. Mm-hmm. So this particular dog is not potty trained and having trouble holding it. So I'm trying different things. He does not like his crate very much. But I have found that when he's engaged in the training process, he does not pee. So I'm kind of spending this time training him to do behaviors, but also he's holding his bladder. So just another great reason to spend time training your dog. And after this time, I'll take you out, okay? Good boy. Your face is killing me. Little fidgets, little mild frustration, that's all part of the learning process. Boredom and frustration, and yes. So basically, I keep doing this, and what you start to see is as soon as you sit in a chair, the dog lays on the mat, and then you just start to decrease the treats, and then you increase the time between the treats, and before you know it, the dog just likes laying next to you because it's just fun, right? It's just something to do. And obviously if you increase the distractions, like say he's really good at this alone at your desk and then you have someone in your house, you're probably gonna need to feed him a little bit more during that problem until he generalizes the behavior around the distraction. And there's nothing wrong with needing a little reinforcement, nothing at all. So there you go. That's another way to teach down. And yeah, I didn't point and I didn't talk, but yet the dog is laying down. So don't get caught up in your humanness and be like, well, we didn't tell him. Sure we did. We told him in a different kind of way than vocals, right? Good boy. All right, you are done. Let's go potty.